Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Kris Jenner. Let's see what are the practical energies that she's dealing with currently. This is going to be a very interesting reading. Well, she's trying to get things in shape. She's definitely trying to get things in shape. She's also forming with this High Priestess. So she's definitely in her vibe of the High Priestess. You know what they say about it, right? She's supposed to be like this really intense witch. So that's funny. The High Priestess came up as her practical energies. With this Eight of Pentacles, she's doing a lot of work. This is behind the scenes work, actually. You know, it has to do with money. So let me look at this further. She's doing some really uncomfortable work at that as well. I'm getting a lot of conspiracy sort of energies. You know, I don't usually like to read these energies, but I'm just going to say it for simple fact. I mean, I did do, like, doing a reading on her, it's kind of like, what do you expect? So it's funny, like, I didn't think about it, but now that I'm getting, like, the energy and the vibe, I'm just like, oh, fuck. But I'm getting an energy of torturing, kind of like having someone on a, like, bed or something, or having them strapped to a bed, and kind of, like, doing gruesome things to them. You know, I'm getting kind of like harming people for the sake of your own sort of like health. These are just the vibes that I'm picking up. You know, I'm getting some real high sort of like witch energy with this. And when I say high, I mean like high level type of energies. You know, she's doing this to preserve her youth. So those are the practical energies of this. She's not just doing this, I guess, to be not cool, even though I guess that could be part of it. But the practical side of this is that it's all about her body. You know, there's a possibility as well with this energy is that she's doing body modification in the form of plastic surgery, stuff like that. So she's focusing on her health, her trying to maintain sort of her figure, her youth, her energy by doing gruesome things to people. With this Eight of Pentacles, it's almost as simple as her printing money. Like, she's at the, like, money isn't an issue for her. She's at the point in her life where it's kind of just like, she can have like a money printer by her bed. That's how simple it is to make money. So the money is just always rolling for her. So practically, like, behind the scenes, yeah, she's still doing work. But, you know, she's in that vibe of, like, just money's coming to her. So she's definitely doing projects. And the behind the scene work that I'm seeing with this, it has to do almost like with writing. It's kind of like a plot. So it's like she's orchestrating things. It's kind of just like, okay, you're going to do this, you know, this person's going to do that. So I'm getting that type of energy. She's definitely directing people that are under her. All right, so that's the practical energies that she's in. Let's see, how will she be moving? By the way, my apologies. It's like, I'm in California, Southern California, and it's like 100 degrees. That's why my palms and everything is all sweaty. But anyway, how is she moving practically? I mean, no, how is she moving in general? Because we already got her practical energies. So let's see, how is she moving at this time? And with this water, she's trying to form something. I don't know what she's trying to form. It has to do with family. You know, the fact that this is water and the infinity sign is always symbolic of again, like witchcraft. You know, so she's in some deep spiritual cooking, is what I'm getting, for sure. With this cast iron, she's making people do things they don't want to do. You know, it's like, without her doing all this sort of situation and without her guidance, you know, her people would be in a desert. But if you look at this desert, you know, there's like a crop here. Crop always symbolic of money. So what she's getting people to do may be uncomfortable, because this cast iron is just giving me like very uncomfortable vibes, kind of like it's strenuous. So I don't know what she's having her daughters do, but it's definitely strenuous for them at this moment. So this must be some intense spirit cooking. It's like, you gotta drink this liquid, you know, you gotta cut this thing up, you gotta deal with this. I don't know, like, I shouldn't even speculate on that perspective, because like we're on that end of things, because I don't know. But I'm definitely getting like a spirit cooking thing in that what she's having people do is strenuous. So, alright, now let's see what else is going on with this deck now. Let's just get the overall energies and all that of what's happening. I mean, if she's a witch, she must love that, like, when readings like this come up, because it's just like, yeah, I'm the shit. Everyone knows I'm the top witch. But anyway, she's observing a love connection. She's definitely watching over a couple. That's funny. She's definitely watching over a couple. I don't know if this couple could be, because I'm going to speculate at this point, this could be Courtney and that Travis guy, or it could be, what's her name? Kylie and Travis. I think it's funny both of their names are Travis. But she's definitely overseeing a couple at this moment. Or she could be overseeing both of them, you know? But with this 6, it's always a sinister energy associated with 6, and that's what I'm picking up. So it's almost like she's training them or overseeing something that they're doing. Let's get a deeper look into this. What could this be about? So y'all see me, that's crazy. This energy is so like funny too. It's like a force. It was just like, whew. Yeah, they're into some devil shit. So what this couple was doing, this couple, you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't do a reading on the whole happening of that night with that guy and what he was doing, for the simple fact that I just didn't want to fuck with that energy. But now it's kind of like I'm enticed to do it, because this is very salacious kind of energy to like tap into. So it's interesting. But this is showing that, yeah, this couple that she's overseeing them doing devilish acts. So this is, again, high forms of witchcraft, like some deep ass witchcraft, man. So that's very crazy. Like, it's a lot of pain as well associated with this. A lot of pain, a lot of bodies. You know what's funny? I've probably done like a few readings with this deck now, like a good amount. And I'm not just making this up. I didn't notice all of this. I'm guessing, like, it actually looks like body parts. Like, if you look at it, it's kind of like deceased people or something. Like, look at the hands, the foot, the legs and shit. I'm kind of getting like excrements as well, kind of like people's insides. So, my God, this actually isn't a good situation. Yeah, definitely not a good situation. I'm gonna have to pray to the Most High after this, because But let's get into it. What else can we see about this unfortunate happening with this lady and her energy? This is very bad energy, actually, guys. No joke. Like, she's getting off on the devastation that's being caused, all the conflict. You know, it's like an energy vampire. You know, the fact that a lot of the people that's under her do not want to do whatever. And I know I always say a lot of people, and it's not me not having a better selection of words to use. It's just that that's just the vibe. It's a lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm not getting like, oh, 2, 3 people. I'm getting a lot of people. She's having a lot of people do things they don't want to do, you know, but it's all ceremonial. You know, it's all to put the pieces together to shape something. It's, again, something like that has to do with form that she's trying to shape. You know, and this would be her energy right here. It's kind of just like she's enjoying it. She's definitely enjoying it. You know, and the funny thing is, like, yeah, these people don't like this energy. They don't like to deal with it. But since they feed off of her energy as well, they begin to like it. Because this is all about conflict and issues. You know, but if you look at all their faces, they're all enjoying it. So, yeah, let's look further. What else can we see about this unfortunate happening? She doesn't... A card wanted to come out, but it didn't come out. Someone wants to escape. Someone wants to leave. You know, this is willingly letting your moneymaker leave you or escape. But the fact that it kind of like came out and went back in, it's showing me that someone wants to get out the game or wants to stop doing whatever is being asked or directed that they should be doing. But she has it on lock. So it's showing me someone wants to leave, but that's not happening at this moment. So it's kind of just like, yeah, the fact that this was face down, these two cards, it has to do with someone's emotion. I'm actually getting something to do with Chloe. So this is very interesting. When I did Courtney, I think it was Courtney's reading actually. Yeah, this card came up for Chloe. You know, it was showing me like, you know, she's dealing with domestic life and all that. But it's like she's marked. So it's funny. It's like she wants to leave, but she can't leave. Because look, these type of like demonic ass looking creatures are on her legs. So it's like, you can't leave. And she wants to do it for the sake of her kids. You know, her kids aren't innocent in this situation. I know these are kids and all that, but I don't know, with this whole situation and blood and spirits and all that, she knows it's not good for them. It's something wrong with her kids as well. Like, you know, I don't know, I'm getting like some type of hybrid or something. Like, it's not good. This family is not a cool family at all. But she wants to stop what she's doing. She's kind of just like, I care about like the kids and, you know, the development of the kids. So she's in that sort of vibe. But with this Four of Swords, especially when I do personal readings, this has to do with a narcissist. A narcissist is like, or a narcissist in this situation, you know, it's kind of like, look, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Everything you tell me, I'm going to use against you. So it's like you want to get out of this. And then I'm getting a vibe like she throws things in Chloe's face. So it's kind of just like, you did this and that for that car, right? You did that and this for that house you live in, right? You know, like you did all this and you got this in return, right? So how can you leave now? And it's like you caught in deep in this situation, like you can't leave. So it's all about bondage. Bondage, abuse, you see? The victim, and intense pain. So, very unfortunate situations again. Let's look deeper into this. What else can we see about this situation? She has two favorites at this moment. The two favorites are Kylie and Courtney. At the moment, I don't know who's her. She has one favorite more than the other. It's not Kim. Kim isn't in this situation. But I'm getting like she's really fond of Kylie and Courtney at this moment. She's definitely fun. So let's see what's going on with Kylie and Courtney. She sees a lot of opportunity with their situation. You know, this is all about like that whole Aladdin vibe, making a wish come true, a lot of options, you know, different sort of spirits, because these things contain spirits. So she's in a whole situation of opportunity right now. She's loving the vibe. that Courtney and Kylie is producing for her, and what they can produce in the future and what they're currently doing. So it's like she's trying to form them. This is very deep. I'm getting a little bit of a strategy. It's like she sees Courtney's situation as something that she can form. It's like Kim's situation is tired, is done. And so the whole Courtney thing, people aren't tired of Courtney. They're actually very interested in seeing her. Same with Kylie. They're interested in seeing Kylie, what both of them do. You know, Kylie and Courtney are both inspiring people in ways that Kim and Chloe are not. So at this moment, the mom, she's focused on all the opportunities that's going on with them. So that's why she's trying to form them. That's why she's having them do particular rituals, because the mom is trying to establish them. Let's go further into this situation. They're going to be binding themselves. They're already bound, do a lot of other stuff. But the mom, she's going to be binding them even further into some deep situations. I'm getting almost like an elevation. So it's elevations to this. So she sees Courtney and Kylie as almost like apprentice that's starting to elevate, that she can work with. You know, and it's something that's going to be quick too. You know, she wants to pass the torch. She's looking at how do I say this? Because this is interesting energies. I want to say it correctly and pick up everything right. But it's like she's considering the family. It's kind of like she knows that she's going to need to be replaced. And it's funny because I don't know how old she is. I don't think she's that old. But I'm getting a strong energy of, I need a replacement. I need a replacement. And it has to do with the family. If you look at all this greenery that's attached to these situations, all symbolic of growth and family. So it's like, who's going to direct the family? She's thinking about the next generations. She's trying to unload a lot of the information and things, the knowledge that she knows, into the newer generation to lead the family into the future. So that's funny. This is almost like this is actually like a personal reading to me. So this is very interesting. This isn't even like a YouTube reading. It's something very personal about this, and especially my approach as well. So this is definitely interesting. So I'm getting like this is very strongly to do about family. People in this situation aren't happy though. They feel like an outcast. So we already know, I was picking up the vibe that Chloe doesn't even want to be a part of this anymore. So this would be Kim. She's feeling like an outcast in this situation. This Temperance card is always about the lotus. Every time with this particular deck, it's always about that lotus energy for me. How the lotus grows in mud and dirt. So Kim is feeling very low. She's feeling very low. She feels like she's in the dirt at the moment. Because before, she was the head person in this castle. You know, she was doing everything and all that. Now she's been relegated to the corner. So she's in deep emotion about this. She's going through all sorts of emotion and feelings about this. You know, all those options for her are no more. At the moment, she's in that mud and the dirt. You know, things go through cycles, so this is the cycle she's in, which is very funny to me because, you know, not too long ago, she was making fun of Courtney for not being interesting. And, you know, Courtney is like, now she's starting to kind of like blow up. People are interested in her. So that's very interesting. It almost makes me think of what projects will Courtney and Kylie get in. Because we know Kylie does the whole makeup situation. And Courtney was doing the whole, like, I think kid books and kid sort of like things for like, I don't know, that had to do with children. But this seems beyond that at this point now. So it's kind of like, what are they going to get into? It's actually very fascinating, interesting energy. But let's look further. What else can we see regarding this? So yeah, there's definitely going to be someone that outshines the other. As far as Courtney and Kylie, it's only room for one. So at the moment, it's kind of like they're in tryouts. They're definitely in some sort of tryout situation. I'm getting like the Hunger Game energy. It's kind of just like, look, how ruthless, how deep can you be during this time? The mom is like running them through the courses. And again, it has to do with the family.